This is the homework solution for chapters 3-4 test review, numbers 9 through 12 only. 9 through 12 asks us to find the x-intercept and y-intercept of the graph of the linear equation. You should notice at number 9 that I will give you a graph. I would like you to be aware of the concept. The x-intercept is the point in which the graph passes, intersects, or touches the x-axis. That's why it's called the x-intercept. It intercepts the x-axis. Next is the y-intercept. It is the location in which the graph intersects with the y. That's why it's called y-intercept. Okay? You can actually look visually at this. Okay? It looks like the y-intercept is at what value? 4, because this is 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You should see right here the x-intercept is at 0, 4. Let's look at the x-intercept. Where in this graph does it pass through the x-axis? It looks right here. It looks, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. It seems like it intersects x at the value x equals to 4. So the point, which is the x-intercept, is 4, 0. Right? That's what you have. Let's see if that mathematically makes sense. Okay? To find the x-intercept, you have to let y equals to 0 and solve for x. This is a default definition. Okay? Because at this point, right here at the x-intercept, the y is 0. Okay? So I made the substitution y equals to 0 right here. After I make that substitution, I had to solve for x. So I subtracted 4 to both sides, which is the inverse property of plus 4. I then simplify it. Negative 4 equals to negative x. X is not alone yet. There is this negative out in front. To do that, I have to divide by negative 1 to both sides to get rid of that negative that is in front of the x. Once I do that, I got x equals to 4. Right? Because y was equal to 0, x equals to 4, I can write this order pair. 4, 0. This proof backed my claim up that the x-intercept here is at 4, 0. Let's do the y-intercept now. The y-intercept is when x equals to 0 and when I solve for y. Okay, let's do that. Here's the point. Here's the equation. Y equals negative x plus 4. I substitute x equals to 0. This becomes 0. Y equals to 4. Y is only equal to 4 when x equals to 0. It is a relationship. That is why the order pair is 0, 4. Let's do the next one. Let's look at 10. Right? 10. It looks right here. Let's just draw a line. It looks like the x-intercept here is at 5, negative 5. So it's negative 5, 0. And it looks like the intercept here, let's count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is also 5, positive. So the x-intercept is negative 5, 0, and the y-intercept is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 5 for the y-intercept. Let's see if that is correct. All right. To get x-intercept, let y equals to 0 and solve for x. Here's the equation. I write my original equation. Always that's the first point. Make that substitution. Y equals to 0. Y became 0. Solve for x. So I have to do the inverse property. Subtract both sides by the value of negative 5. Subtract by 5 to both sides. I have x equals to negative 5. X is alone here. This is why I know that I've solved for x. X is alone. X is equal to negative 5 when y became 0. That's why I write the order pair as negative 5, 0. So my x-intercept guess was correct. Let's see if my y-intercept guess was correct. To find the y-intercept, you have to let x equal to 0 and solve for y. Here's the original equation. I make the substitution. X becomes 0. Right? 0 plus 5 just becomes 5. Y equals to 5 is only when x equals to 0. That's why you write the order pair. The order pair is 0, 5. Next one, let's look at 11. Alright, Let's just make a guess on where the intercept you think it is. It looks like it intercepts here at 1, 2, -2. It looks like it intersects here the y-intercept at 0, comma, -2, and it seems like it intersects 1, 2, 3, 4. It seems like it intersects the x-axis at 4, comma, 0. Let's see if that is correct. To find the x-intercept, you have to let y equals to 0 and solve for x. Here's the original equation. Make that substitution, y becomes 0. Once we do that, we do the inverse property, which is add 2 to both sides. Once we add 2 to both sides, I can simplify. 2 is equal to 1 over 2 x. To get rid of the 1/2, I have to multiply both sides by 2. Then x equals to 4. That is, what should I get? X is equal to 4 when y becomes 0. That is why you write the order pair as 4, 0. Right? So my x-intercept was correct. Let's see if my y-intercept is correct. The y-intercept is when x equals to 0. You can solve for y. Here's the original equation. I made the substitution. X becomes 0. Simplify. Y equals to -2. So the order pair is when x becomes 0, y becomes -2. So the order pair is 0, -2. So far, our idea makes sense. Alright, so let's apply it one more time to 12. The x-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -6 right here. Let's look at the x-intercept. 1, 2, 3, 4, -4. It seems like the x-intercept is -6, 0, and the y-intercept is at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, -4. Let's see if that is correct. To find the x-intercept, you always want to write the equation first. To get the x-intercept, you have to let y equals to 0, then solve for x. I make the substitution, y equals to 0. Then I have to get x alone. I do the inverse property. The inverse property of subtract 4 is add 4. Whatever I do to the left-hand side, I do to the right-hand side. Once I do that, I simplify it. I had to multiply by -3 to both sides. That is because that is the inverse property of dividing by -3. You should simplify into getting -12 equals to 2x. Okay? I could even show you that. You should have getting something like -12 equals to 2x. Okay. Then you notice that that 2 is attached by multiplication to the x. It's like 2x. To get rid of the 2, you have to divide by 2 to both sides. Okay. And I forgot the negative here. Right. Hold on. It becomes. Hold on. Once you multiply by -3, this becomes positive. This becomes negative. Then, okay, here, there should be a -6, and there should be a -6, right? Good. All right. Then I divide 2 to both sides. Once I divide 2 to both sides, the left-hand side, -12 divided by 2 is -6. That is equal to x. So the order pair here is -6, 0, because y was 0. Let's see if that was correct. -6 for the x-intercept. Correct. Good. To get the y-intercept, let x equals to 0 and solve for y. Y is equal to x plus 5. Make that substitution. X is equal to 0. So y equals to 5. That is the order pair. 0, 5. It seems like that is also correct. Wait, hold on. Let's see if that's correct. 5. Y should have been 1, 2, 3, 4. -4. Oh, because, haha, I wrote the wrong problem. I'm sorry. Okay. Plug in 0 here. Once you plug in 0, you can simplify, because this just becomes -4, and this should be -4, right? It seems like we matched up right there. Perfect. Good, right? And that was your solution for 12.